Okay, let's get started. I think people will join as we go ahead. So once again, good evening, everyone. And today we'll be covering three topics. That is about emails that is given in the grade three, and there is about the PowerPoint presentation. And then the third topic would be about digital marketing. We'll be spending a lot of time on the digital marketing segment because that is something where we need discussion and a lot of depth to that. So I think we'll spend very less time on the first two topics, try to cover. So in the end, we are open for any questions, suggestions, or discussions if you have regarding any topic that it could be, need not be only for today's topic. You can ask your queries. Right. Yeah, before that, let's start our regular thing which we do, that is the quiz before we begin related to today's session. So keep your chat windows ready. Now I'll be asking a question. You have to just type yes or no if it is relevant or the correct option. So it's with respect to understanding emails. So the first question here is, can an email exist without a server? Can an email exist without a server? Please type yes or no in the chat box. No. Miss Danama says no. Miss Hina says no. Savita, Anushka, everybody says no. Yes. So all of us are aware that an email requires a server to be present, because it recognizes that particular server. So email always requires a particular association with a particular server. So the answer is no. That is, email cannot be generated without a server. The next question. Can two users can two users have the exact same email address? Can two users have the exact same email address? So, anonymous answer, that is no. Yeah, we cannot have, but we cannot even try because it says it's already taken and it does not allow anybody to create with the same name. So it cannot exist. These are basics, but we need to tell the students that such things are not possible. Okay. Should not let the students assume something. Let us also tell them that having the same email address is not possible. The third question. Is email still considered a formal communication today? Is email still considered to be a formal communication today? Formal way of communicating. A lot of you are saying yes. Yes, exactly. So email is considered as a channel for formal communication. And please note that it's very important for teachers to educate students that sending messages on WhatsApp, they are not considered as formal messaging. So any problem, if there is any problem, if you're stuck in any situation, in any legal situations, then email, the communication through email will act as an evidence, because that is only considered as a formal chain of communicating. Other than actual papers and letters and physical copies, email is the only thing. Something communicated on chat window, on Zoom call, or communicated on WhatsApp, they will just be the supporting evidence to investigate further, but they won't stand as the formal communication channel any day. So even teachers, this is an input for you all. Even I used to work as an assistant professor for 6 years, from 2013 to 2019 in engineering college. So I have faced a lot of issues because some days I could not defend myself because I had not communicated through mail. So in a strange situation where some blame comes to you where you are not involved and you have to defend yourself, In that case, you will have blindly trusted your colleague or somebody saying that I have sent over an SMS or WhatsApp message, assuming it would all be done. But you won't be able to defend yourself unless there is an email. And if you see in anything that you're planning, whether you're planning an event or whether you're communicating with somebody to organize something or an agreement, if it is going very slow, if you think the people opposite people are not responding, then if you make it a formal email, if you send all that through a formal email, then suddenly people will start becoming serious about the entire project. They will take it seriously and they'll start responding quickly. So email has that power. The moment a mail is dropped and you don't respond, everything is recorded and it is a formal channel. So you can always defend yourself saying, I had sent a mail on that particular date. You did not respond. So now it's not our fault. So always ensure, it's a professional practice. Please ensure, it could be a small thing for that matter. So any small thing you think it is negligible, it could be just managed through WhatsApp, but don't do it. You will avoid a lot of issues at your workplace when you choose email for everything. So please have a practice of having an email. Yeah. So let's go to the next question. Can AI automatically draft emails now? Can AI automatically draft emails now? Please write yes or no. A lot of them are typing yes. Miss Neeta, Miss Sushma, all of them are typing yes. Yes. Now AI can draft. You can remember observe the word that is draft here. That means it's not final. It will show you whether you want it or not. When you accept it, it will be inserted and then you can make some more changes in that according to your requirement. Push through the mail and send the mail. So that option is available. That is, very recently in the last 1 year, I guess. Before that, there were some tools, the people used to jump to chat GPT, type the email, tell the context, and then generate a reply, copy and come back to mail and paste it. There were a lot of youngsters who were selling these applications like a plugin. It used to come, if you download their plugins, it used to sit on your mail ID with your permission, and it used to read all your messages and AI used to be responding. But now all these mail channels, mail domains like Google and any hosting, or you can take any domain for that matter, they have started giving this feature free of cost within the domain itself. So all the players who were planning to sustain the business model using this email generation, they lost their businesses because it came as a feature in the existing thing only. For few days, it was sold as an external thing where we had to pay. I remember I had taken, I don't remember, it's in my older laptop. There was one plugin which I had to pay and take it to do that. But today, Gmail is giving it for free of cost, and especially workplace if you have. Uh, it's free of cost. AI can do it free of cost. I don't think it's in the free version of Gmail, but Workspace, if you choose from Google, the paid account, it has all these features. It drafts automatically and sends the mail. Yeah. The next question, phishing or firewall, which is used for email scams? Phishing or firewall, which is commonly used for email scams? What is considered as an email scam? Yeah, it is phishing, but the spelling is PHI. Yeah, phishing. So it is the identity theft acting as someone. So that gets access to your mail ID and they start behaving like it's you or it's somebody that you know. Right. The answer is phishing. Yes. Okay. Another question. Can metadata reveal information about an email sender? Can metadata reveal information about an email sender? Yes or no? Yeah. Can metadata reveal information about an email sender? A lot of you have said no, but the answer is yes. Metadata has all the information about the sender. What is metadata now? Metadata is all that information that the technical side of your mail is holding, which you cannot see. The administration part of that email is holding. That is the client, the server, and all the information, the technical footprint of the entire email process. That is metadata. Metadata is nothing but data of data. While we users use the email body to draft the mail, and we use subject, sender, signature, and inserting, all these options are available to us. But on the back end, the technical side footprint of our mail will always carry the information about us, about the sender, and that is called metadata. So there will be footprint of that. It will reveal information about an email sender. Yes, metadata will have the information. So the answer was yes. A lot of you have said no. So you might just as well update yourselves with this. Okay. Which option is used to respond to everyone? Which option is used to respond to everyone through the email? Reply or reply all? Reply or reply all? Yeah. So there are two options when we try to respond to the mail. One is reply and reply all. So if you want everybody in the mail chain to be informed about your response, then you have to choose reply all. So don't hurriedly choose anything. Just plan your mails properly. So if you think there is some issue going on, say your school principal is attached to that mail as CC, and you think there are other higher authorities involved, you want them to also know your reply, then click on reply all. There could be people in BCC also, blind carbon copy also. So in that case, you should always click on reply all. If you think it is specifically to that particular coordinator or that particular person, which is undesired information for others, then you can just click reply. So choose wisely. Don't randomly click on reply, reply all, whichever you think in hurriedly you choose. Okay, plan this option very well and choose them. Yeah. So the next question. Is encryption optional for confidential emails? Is encryption optional for confidential emails? Encryption. Is encryption optional for confidential emails? Yeah, it is must, meaning by default, it might not have been set. So if you're sending any confidential information to avoid any data leak or hacking, you have to go to additional settings, open the settings, and you have to enable the encryption and then send the confidential emails. So encryption is to, yeah, like Miss Hina says, encryption is to just hide the information data. So you can change the settings and send any confidential emails. Okay, next question. It's mostly subjective. There's nothing right or wrong here. What do you think about it? Will emails completely replace face-to-face communication? Will emails completely replace face-to-face communication? Yeah, a lot of you are saying no. Yeah, no, but sometimes if it depends on the context, sometimes you just finish off with, if it is any procedure which is to be done, and after that you're doing something physically, then you just finish off the things online. Okay, taking an appointment for visa or anything, there's nobody giving you an appointment physically. You take appointment online, and then you go there and finish the process. So yeah, it is context based, but mostly it is standing as an evidence for communication, for smooth flow of the process. But in most cases it does not eliminate the need to come in face to face. Yeah. So with that, we will move on to what is given in the textbook. I'll just share my screen. Just give me a minute. I'll open the book, soft copy, share the screen, and discuss what is given in the book. I'm sharing my screen. I'm assuming it's visible to you all. Yeah, just a minute. So this is one of the chapters of third standard book. So why are we teaching them these emails so early? Because it's very important. There is a reason we have given it for this age group. Please understand, this chapter does not require you to make the students open their own email IDs. It's just for them to inform that there is a concept called email ID and how is it created. It's all just theory. I know at the max you can just make them create their own email IDs in their notebooks. Create a unique name and try to see how it sounds. You can ask every student to speak out their mail ID that they want to create. There are multiple reasons, because today's kids, they do everything on the internet using the email IDs of elderly people at home. So they think they will not know about emails. I learned this from my son because uh, he said, I want to open my own YouTube channel, for which I said, you cannot directly jump into YouTube and create. You need to have your email ID. And I am not giving you my YouTube channel because I'm already doing some stuff there, so you cannot get my email ID. Then he said, "What is email ID? I don't even know." He's in fifth standard. He, brags himself of being very tech savvy and everything, very fast in digital space, but he doesn't know what mail ID is. I had to teach them. I had to tell him. So, email ID. Yeah, so the school which he is into does not use my book. So I said give me an edge, said that, look, we are teaching all this very early in my books, and your school has not opted. So let me teach you as an additional thing, as a special thing. Yeah. So email IDs, they are very important because they need to know there is some authenticated, some unique identification address on the internet whenever we are operating on something. As anything goes wrong, the email ID, the person holding that email ID will be responsible. We need to create that awareness in students. So they will not even know on whose email ID they will be doing all the digital adventures. So that's the reason we have told them. And the other thing is, the first time when they learn about email IDs, they will not know uh, how nicely, how decently it has to be crafted. Even I remember some making some email IDs as Chetna Rocks and all that. A lot of things I grew up having that cool, weird email ID, but when I actually wanted to apply for jobs after my degree, I was unable to give that because it didn't look professional. So, but I had made some communication, a lot of data is already there. Now I cannot change that. So they shouldn't end up in such embarrassing situations. We should educate them very early on to have decent email IDs, name for them, which they are not hesitant to share anywhere going ahead. So, yeah, we teach them the uses of email. Personal communication, it's hardly used these days, but it can be considered. It's mostly for professional communications and mostly cold emails. You can also tell them about what are cold mails. So, because when they open their mail ID, they are constantly they are restless to see who is sending them mail, what they are getting, and they end up checking every link, every junk that comes into their mail ID. So we need to tell them that today it's mostly used for professional purpose and some random advertisements which they're not supposed to click on the links mindlessly. So yeah, and if they want to get a job, if they want to be doing some credible stuff on the internet, then email ID is a must. So we have given the basics of that: unique name, at the rate, and then we get the domain name. Domain could be anything. It could be Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, hosting, or anything. Okay, so it has to be unique. Domain name is like the name of the company, and unique name we tell them, and they can also contain letters from capital A to capital Z and small a to Z, digits and special characters. We don't, it's, we are habituated, we just use at, dot, and whatnot, but there is there is an option to also use other special characters, which most of us don't use because we have, nobody has told us the rules of creating email ID. We have just observed people creating theirs and we try to mimic them in our generation. So we don't know that even the special characters are allowed. So let them all know that special characters are also allowed. So do's and don'ts, what not to do, and ask them to craft a unique mail ID in their books using pen and paper. Yeah, so there is an activity, and here we have also given an activity to have a family tree, family with Gmail. Most of them, the first mail ID they create is only using Gmail. That has become, internet is Google, mail ID is Gmail. That's the default that people pursue. Only when they grow up, they realize there are multiple other people also selling their mail ID domains and search engines. Yeah, but for everybody to begin, Google is internet and Gmail is the only mail. So that's how it goes. Yeah. So family tree app, you can family link app, you can choose from Play Store and connect your child's account or the student's account with the parent's account. They can monitor the activities. All this is possible. It is applicable only if the child goes for an email ID before the age of 13. After the age of 13, you need not. But if you still want to have a mail ID, you want storage, you want to do something with their mail ID, if you planned something, then you can always regulate it using Family Link app, where your mail ID is connected with the kid's mail ID. You can just educate them about this. So this activity is mainly for parents. They can take it home, get it done, and they can come next day discuss with you that how many of them actually did this. So step by step, we have given how to create child account, because below the age of 13, they cannot have their own account. It has to be under the family link, under the guidance of a parent, under a parent mail ID only. So that option is available on Google. We have all shown step by step procedure is given as how a child account, mail account can be, mail ID can be created. So this is not for teachers. This activity is only to be done by parents and students at their home. So just motivate them to do this, just encourage them to do it. But if they don't do, you have no option. You just have to move ahead. The whole takeaway from this is to create an email ID, importance of an email ID, how it is your digital, your identity on the internet, and to be credible, to be doing anything meaningful on the internet, a mail ID is required. So to educate them about that and to create a decent mail ID, that's the whole objective of this chapter. So this activity is left to students and parents. Uh, Teachers need not be worried as how do I do this in the classroom. So after this, we tell them main components. Once they open their mail ID, it's not directly jumping to YouTube or playing games with that mail ID. They should know how to write emails. So for that, we tell them these are the options: an inbox, to, subject, body, and in hurry, a lot of people don't mention subject. Put a discipline all the time to mention the subject. It's easy to just write a body and send it, and it's very ugly to see a mail with no subject. So tell them that subject is very important, it's non-negotiable. For whatever reasons they are writing an email, it should not go without a subject. That's the discipline everybody has to follow.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the screen is actually totally black. It's not visible.
Okay. Is it with everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Most
ma'am.
of them are.
Okay. Just give me a minute. I'll reshare the screen.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen now. Please let me know. Yeah. Is it visible now? Is the screen clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Asha, I'm assuming this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I'll just quickly walk through it. This is what I was showing. Unique mail ID, do's and don'ts, what to use in creating mail ID, what not to use. All the rules are given. So this activity is specially for students and parents. You can only encourage them. If they don't do it, then you need not be bothered. So just push them so that maximum students do it. So after that, we show this the components of an email: to, subject, body, where do they do what. Okay, so it's not just a ticket to start hopping onto other websites and availing different activities. It's for them to understand how to write an email. This is very important. So all this activity is to be done on the notebook inside the classroom. So you on the board you can write to, subject. This is the body. On smart screen you can also show them. So tell them that nobody is supposed to send anything without subject included. It's a very bad practice to send any email without subject. Even a lot of emails, like many important documents like Aadhaar card, passport, we tend to mail it to ourselves. Before the concept of Google Drive, we had this habit of just having it in our own mail ID. Even then, even if we are mailing our own selves, we should not mail it without subject. What is the whole point? So this year you save your passport, the PDF of your passport in your mail ID, send it to yourself, and next year you want to search it. How do you search if there is no subject? You will have to, if so, subject is very important. Doesn't matter to whom you're sending, even if you're sending to your own account, you have to have a subject. Yeah, so all the special features we show them: what is starred, what is snoozed, what is sent, drafts, all that. It's very important for us to tell them. I'm sure most of us so aggressively using mail IDs, we still have not used snoozed option. So let us not do that for the younger generation. Let us all explain all the features. Let them use all these features in their full capacity. So this is for guideline for parents, what a parent can do with Family Link. It's an act of responsibility for the from the school side to the parents and students. How to be safe while sending or receiving an email. So there are some suggestions given here, and very small things like should write in complete sentences, use proper spelling and grammar. This is going to be a big headache going ahead because of the AI, the content being generated, the dictionary being the default in every device. People are losing the tendency to write the correct spelling and grammar. I don't know how far it will hold true. Uh, I mean, the ability to write the right spelling and grammar, how far it will be appreciated, I really don't know. It may fizzle out over the years. It's not a matter of intelligence anymore, is what I feel. Yeah. So the last step is very important. Always check your email before you send. Do not be overconfident. Maybe you're copying something from ChatGPT directly or somewhere where some unrelated things are there. In hurry, please don't share as it is. Please check it once with a fresh mind before you send it. Yeah, there is an undo button for email which works within few, I think, within few seconds of sending it. That's why if you check it once again, you can undo it and resend the mail by correcting it. Otherwise, you have to send another mail saying, kindly ignore the previous mail and consider this and all this stuff. So just be doubly sure that you have written all the right things. So a small story is given. You can make up stories there and put it forward for discussion with your students. So that is about the chapter email. So yeah, we'll take a short break of 5 minutes, then come back. We will talk about presentations. We'll take a short break. After presentations, we will take 10 minutes break because we have a topic of digital marketing, which needs you to be fresh. So let's take 5 minutes break now. Okay, welcome back. Let's resume the session now. So before we switch to the next topic, I have a questionnaire, a quick quiz for all of you again. So these are some are obvious questions, but for us to reinforce the learning, that is the first question. Can a bad presentation reduce audience attention even with good content? Can a bad presentation reduce audience attention even with good content? Yes or no? Miss Pooja, Miss Danamma, Miss Tejaswini says yes. Mr. Mandar says yes. Yeah, a lot of you are saying yes. Yes, it does. Because the whole purpose of presentation is to make feel good. Otherwise, we would just speak it out, right? So when the presentation is bad, it cannot drive the audience well. PowerPoint, the next question. PowerPoint presentations can be exported as what? Video or audio? PowerPoint presentations can be exported as what? Either video or audio format. If at all you have options for two. Yeah, mostly it's mostly maybe audio, but the answer is yes, video, because it's all related to images. So if at all you want them to be converted, it will be video in a video format. So another question, can animations distract the audience if overused? Can animations distract the audience if overused? A lot of you are saying yes. Yes. A lot of animations may be exciting for somebody who has learned PowerPoint and for the first time and learned all these features. They may be excited to use all of them, but they should know that the audience may not be interested in so many transitions, so many flip-flops, so many changes, and all that coming on the screen very often because they are focusing, they're concentrating. So, using animations only because somebody has learned to use them is not good. But in some places it is required, but not overly used. Yeah. Excel data in PowerPoint can be what? Static or live? Excel data inside PowerPoint can be what? Static or live? The data from the Excel, which is put upon PowerPoint, is it static or it is live? So here, all of you are saying static. Very few, Mr. Mandar has said live. Yes, it depends. If you're just getting a snapshot, screenshot of that Excel and adding it there, then it is static. But if you're directly connected it, the Excel sheet to PowerPoint, directly the source is linked, then it is live. So know the difference. Or if you're just taking a snapshot, screenshot of that and pasting it as a picture, it is static. But whatever changes you make on the Excel sheet, if you're connected that with the PowerPoint, it will dynamically change here in the PowerPoint as well. Yeah. So the next question about the size of the PowerPoint file. Is a PPT file always smaller than a PDF version? Which one occupies more space, PDF or PPT file? PDF or PPT, which occupies lesser space? Which occupies lesser space, PDF or PPT? Yeah, a lot of you have said PDF. Yes, it is right. PDF will occupy lesser space than PPT files, PPT format. Okay, one last question. Is reading directly from slides considered an effective presenting? Is reading directly from slides considered an effective presenting? No. So all of us know, but still we cannot help. We stand there, go blank, and hold that as a walking stick and start reading. All of us know that we shouldn't read from the slides, but still everybody uses it like an anchor to support for the nervousness. So we should avoid that. We should the best way to know that and implement that is try to talk in your own words. So, in the audience where English is not mandatory, please feel free to mix languages, but don't read from the slides. If it is strictly English presentation, then please speak in simple English because most of the slides today that we create, the content comes from ChatGPT. The kind of English, the kind of words that it gives may not be comfortable for us to present. So always use simple English, or if the context supports, you can mix your own languages, English, Hindi, Kannada, mixture of them and do it. But do not read from the slides. Nobody will be interested. Yeah. So with that, we will, okay. I want to say that like for our generation, we have seen Microsoft document, PowerPoint presentation, and Excel as computers. Computers equal to these three softwares for us without internet. So presentation, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation is not a new thing at all to any one of us. So I don't think showing that on the book and showing every option is required. Instead, I have chosen to educate or reinforce certain etiquettes for presentation, for creating the content, for creating the presentations and all that. So I will just use some random, I think it's Microsoft PPT on demand, but honestly, I don't use Microsoft PPT anymore. I use Canva most of the times. And before that, I used to use Google Slides. But Canva is my personal favorite for the versatility that it offers. So I'm just giving you some etiquette, some mannerism, some good ways of creating presentation, do's and don'ts. Okay, I'll share my screen. I'll be sharing these. We do have a separate chapter on Canva to show features of Canva, but now I'm just telling you what a good presentation is and what is not. Okay. So I'll just go to home page and I'll choose presentation and I can choose, I'll just say education. Yeah. For example, say I choose this template. I just say apply all. We choose a standard template, and it's very important for us to maintain the color theme throughout the presentation. There should not be more than three colors in the presentation which are in the same color palette. No, it should, here it's nicely blended. You can see there is black or dark gray, then there is light gray, and there is some kind of yellow. There are already three colors. No presentation theme should have fourth color. It doesn't appeal. So okay, just have three colors in them. Say for example, if I create something, so this is about education. In the elements, I'll just choose school students elements to be created. I want them. Okay. So now I get these graphics. Okay. Suppose I choose this. I want to insert this. You can see the image is really exciting. I want to have this. I don't want this. I'll delete this. I want to keep this. But you can see there are multiple colors introduced. So if I have to keep it uniform and make it look very professional, I have to change. You can see this. I'll change the colors. It says the colors in the design. You can choose them. Yeah, you can always make it uniform. Don't make it too jazzy using whatever colors you're getting, taking it as it is. So keep them all in theme. Say just see if you put some bright color here, it will definitely not look good. It will look shabby. We need to understand that too many colors out of the theme, out of the template is not good. So keeping this one color and making this another color, it's all jazzy. Nobody likes it, it's not appealing. So keep only three color shades, use them effectively. So that is one suggestion which I would like to give. It looks professional only when everything is built around the same color theme. And while typing sentences, I'm just showing you text. Say, I'll just pull this. I'm writing something here. Computers for school students. Now tell me, what is the mistake here? What is the mistake in this? Can somebody type? What is the mistake in this? So please tell me, what is the mistake in this line? Computers for school students. I have typed this. So assume this is the title. Do you see any mistake? Bold and
Title
size.
should be different and it
Sorry.
title should
Here,
be different from other font style.
no, that is okay. But if you have chosen this font only to be for the title, but here for, it should not be of capital letter. Okay, so for, in, the, all of these, they have to be in small, whereas the main words, they should only be in capital. So you cannot have for, the, in, and everything made in capital. So a lot of mistakes in the title, they do it. You can see, say if this is the title, this whole font is something different. But you can see if this is the title, then many write and as a capital, which is wrong. Science and discovery, A should not be capital. And in, for, all of these words, they should not be in capital, which many make mistakes. No? So that is one thing which I just wanted to point out, which a lot of people do it. They should all be in uniform color, and stuffing a lot of text, stuffing too much. They are just, the PowerPoint has to be just an anchor or just to keep the engagement levels high. They should not be made totally a self-reading material. Again, it depends. See, you design PowerPoint presentations differently for different scenarios. Suppose you are sending a proposal to government to explain some of your school's project to get some funding. In that case, the government people in the government, they won't be able to connect with you and take your presentation physically. So they will just go through your PPT and decide whether to grant the funds or not. In that case, it's important for us to write some elaborate content there, stuff it with some text lines. Say you can stuff 4 to 5 lines, not, again, don't stuff in paragraphs together, but 5 to 6 lines are still okay as pointers. But if you are there in person to present, don't stuff everything inside it. Just use one line and talk about it. So that is just to get a hang. And if you want to display some charts, graphs, show some numbers, show some equations, then use it. But do not use that to just delegate the task of remembering something, explaining something. Don't use that as a supporting device for the lack of understanding or anything. So that becomes a very bad show. So again, the same time, if you want to give self-explanatory PPTs, then you can stuff a little more information than that you do when you're presenting physically. So remember the context, understand the context of the PPT, and then design it accordingly. Yeah. So that is another thing. And justification alignment is very important. Say I will just add bullets now. And I'll choose one more. So keeping one in this alignment, the other one in other alignment is very bad. They have to be, the alignment, it has to start in the straight line all the time. One cannot start here, one will start from here. This is never allowed. Alignment, we have to be really strict. It looks really neat. It could be a Word document or it could be on PPT if they are typing something. No, this is really a bad way, which will talk about the laziness of the creator or the presenter. One is starting here, the other one is starting here, the other one is somewhere else. So in hurry, a lot of us do a lot of PowerPoint in our mind, thinking. And when there is deadline, when there is time up, people want to just stuff randomly something on that shabbily without considering all these factors, run for presentation. It doesn't help. It gives what the kind of dress you wear talks a lot about your personality. The same way, the kind of presentation you make talks a lot about your knowledge or your personality as a whole. So please do not take anything for granted here. Neat presentations speak a lot more about your personality than the content itself, which is very important. It is an impression creation, impression management, image building activity subconsciously, which most of them don't realize. Most of them, I'm pursuing my PhD. People are all already working as professors in very big engineering colleges, and if there is a presentation, I still see them coming with shabby presentation. Most of my batchmates, they are not, they just stuff everything and they start reading. And they are the teachers who tell their students not to read from the slides, but subconsciously they are copying the patterns from the students. There is a mutual exchange of bad habits in educational domain. I can clearly say that most teachers pick up the excuses from their students when they become students elsewhere. So all this pattern we have to break. We should be sophisticated personalities first, knowledge next, because people invest in people, other outsiders invest in people who take themselves seriously, who present themselves neatly, present everything nicely. So who are very, very conscious about all of these things. That's an image building, impression creating factor. So do not make presentations in hurry. Keep enough time, give all your attention, give all your the points that do's and don'ts should be considered and designed. We should not derive inspiration from bad presentation saying that she had done something on just plain white background, let me also finish it like that. Please do not derive inspiration from the average examples. Always derive inspiration. Try to accommodate more. Try to perform more than an average performer. So indentation alignment is very important. Positioning is also important. For example, I am feeling this is center, but it is not center. In hurry, I think this is absolutely fine. This is the center of the entire slide. I'll just put it in presentation mode. You can see this is not center, but I didn't have time. So for me, this is center. No, this is not center. You can click, you can see the position. You still have the center button active. That means it is at exactly the center. So what you have to do is you have to follow these etiquettes very nicely. So in one slide, you have chosen these pointers to be on the left justification. In the next slide, say if I duplicate the page, so this is one slide. You have chosen this to be on the left justification. And the next slide, you choose it to be in the center. Even this is not right. Throughout the series of slides, you should follow one justification. Either put them all on the left side or put them all in the center. You're not getting confused in between. One will be in the center, the next slide will be in the left, then other slide will be in the right. That is a very unprofessional way to create slides. And that is one thing. These are all small things which I see reading from the slides. And do not use such use some legible fonts. The Gen Zs usually prefer such fonts, but I don't know, we millennials, we always want clean and neat. We don't want all these curves and twists for no reason. So if you are creating something for Gen Zs, then please use all those twist and turns, curls, and all these fonts because they like it that way. But if you are making it for our age group of audience or seniors, make it more look straight, serious, simple, and clear. See, for example, I had done something for the students in some place. I'll tell you. I want to show that to you. It's trying to figure out where that is. Yeah. So this is something which I had done for Gen Zs, you can see these are not typical, color patterns or anything which I would prefer. I am a professional. I want something blue, bold, dark, black, gray, and standard solid colors. But I cannot enforce that on trainings done for Gen Zs. This is what I chose, and they actually loved it. But if I give this presentation for college principal chairman, it doesn't work. So know the audience and choose the theme fonts wisely. We cannot use these fonts, these colors, these themes to present something in front of a hierarchy, I mean, higher hierarchy in your college. You cannot present this in front of chairman, principal, or your GC of school or anything. But if you want to give it to some students or engage them well, you might as well choose this option. So a lot of thought process has to go behind creating effective presentations, not just knowing what element section is what tool gives you what. You should know what are the right audience and what is the right way to present to those audience. And we should do it with a lot of neatness. The presentation itself should win half of the game for us. There is an image building that instantly happens when your presentation is well aligned, only three colors, not too many animations, very few text lines, and only equations, numbers, or any graphs or any punch lines that you want to have that will impact on the audience, you can have. So these are the things I think which every one of us should take care time and again, not to do these mistakes for effective presentations. As teachers, I believe our learning journey is never, over. We are all the time learning. We are presenting elsewhere. Let us ensure that we are not picking negative traits from our students when we are students elsewhere in our learning journey. Yeah. So that is a little bit about presentation etiquettes that I really wanted to say because I see this in many places, even in corporate trainings where I go. A lot of people come with shabby presentations, and one person just does it in white and white background, black and red fonts. Everybody says that if he has done, why should I waste my time? I will also do this. Don't derive such inspiration, it doesn't help. So stand out, show your professionalism, show your and show that you are different. You are something different in a good way. So follow these. So let's take a break for 10 minutes and come back. We will start discussing on digital marketing. I really want you to be with sitting with fresh minds here for this section because there are some terms that we discuss with respect to this topic. So we'll take break for 10 minutes. It's 6:17 now. We will start back at 6:27. Okay, welcome back, all of you. Let's continue. So, the next segment is digital marketing. And before that, let's have a quick round of quiz to you all. So, it's about digital marketing. The first question is, can digital marketing influence human behavior subconsciously? Can digital marketing influence human behavior subconsciously? Type yes or no. A lot of you are saying yes. Yes, we are all on the other side as well. I know, mostly on the other side because our purchasing patterns, our aspirational patterns, our dreams, our desires, everything is influenced by the ads that we see subconsciously. Yes, the answer is yes. The next question. Which forms the backbone of digital marketing? Creativity or data? Which forms the backbone of digital marketing? Creativity or the data? A lot of you are messaging as creativity. Ms. Afroza says it's data. So, which form, creativity or data? Which is the backbone of the digital marketing? So, I must say the answer is data. Creativity is just on the put up on the front side, but the backbone of all those ads is the data that they will have collected and targeted those ads to specific people. See, I don't end up getting ads which I'm not interested in, right? How do they know that what I'm interested in? And then I get the creative, I get the creatives, I get the videos, audios, or any messages related to that. So the backbone of digital marketing is definitely data. Creativity is the face of it, but the backbone is the data. Okay, next. Can viral marketing happen without paid advertisements? Can viral marketing happen without paid advertisements? So we see a lot of influencers coming across, and we see those faces for the same reasons. They will have sent paid ads, but is that the only way? So the answer is yes. That means viral marketing can happen without paid advertisement. A lot of people have become famous without even paying anything. That is marketing themselves, it could be, or marketing any product because of word to mouth, or people are seeing it, or it's just exploded the concept. So it is possible. Okay. Which technology, the next question, which technology tracks website behavior? Which technology tracks website behavior? Cookies or antivirus? Cookies or antivirus? Which technology tracks the website behavior? Cookies or antivirus? Yeah. A lot of you have answered cookies. Yes, because whenever we visit some website, they say accept all the cookies, select only required ones, and all this because that is capturing the data. So that technology is something which is capturing the behavior from the websites. Yes. Now, the next question. Is digital marketing possible without social media? Is digital marketing possible without social media? Yes or no? Is digital marketing possible without social media? A lot of you are saying no. Yeah, Ms. Afroza has said yes, and the right answer is yes. Digital marketing does not just mean advertising on social media platforms. That is just one channel. Digital marketing means much more than, like, again, people like internet is Google, Gmail is mail ID, and digital marketing is Instagram, Facebook, and Google Ads. So that's how people think, but it's not so. Digital marketing is a it's a wide term. Email marketing is also digital marketing. A lot of anything that could be. I mean, there are some marketplaces online, marketplaces specifically to sell. The traders go there. India Mart, they're all there. They're all digital marketing channels, but they're not social media. So, social media is not just the way for digital marketing. There are multiple options for digital marketing. Okay, which does not guarantee a good product? Which does not guarantee a good product? Popularity or quality? Popularity or quality? Which out of these does not guarantee a good product? Popularity or quality? So, which does not always guarantee a good product? Quality or popularity? So few people have said it's quality, and some people are saying it's popularity. Yeah, the answer is popularity. So something has gone viral. That doesn't mean it's of any use, or it's good, or only because it's popular. It has some utility. It's not like that. So the right answer is popularity, meaning popularity does not guarantee that something is uh, as a guaranteed good product. It's the quality only which can talk about the good product, not the popularity. A lot of people sell courses online. Does it mean that they are selling good quality courses because they are popular on the internet? Need not be. Yeah. Another question, last question. Is all the digital marketing an ethical uh, practice? Is all the digital marketing practices Are all the digital marketing practices ethical? Simply put, are all the digital marketing practices ethical? Are all the digital marketing practices ethical? Yeah, a lot of them have already said no, not all the digital marketing practices are ethical. So anything which is sold, it should be taken with ethics. I mean, we need to have a common sense to gauge them. Anything could be sold, but not just the product or services. The practices also should be ethical. Meaning, if you can see, if you are a Gmail user and if you have communicated something in your attachments about some school trip, say imagine to Northeast India. So what if you start getting ads about Northeast India? That means it's peeping into your mail already. You have not spoken to anybody, but still if you're getting some ads already about Northeast India, that means that digital marketing practice which Google does is not ethical. It is getting information from your mail, from conversations of your mail. Even on WhatsApp, if you talk to somebody, just type, say, I want to go to Singapore 10 times to 10 different people, you will start seeing ads on social media everywhere about Singapore packages. So it's not ethical. You have not consented to for them to start marketing. So these are the things which happen. Right. So let me take you to the book, what we have given there. I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible? Please unmute yourself and let me know, because I'm assuming my screen is visible. I'm displaying 7th standard book. Yeah. Chapter 2, the word of digital marketing. Thank you for confirming. The word of digital marketing. No, it's very important because by this age, students will have fantasy of seeing themselves earning from digital marketing, social media, and everything. So they need to know all these terminologies before they jump into it and learn it all a hard way through some bad experiences. So we say, what exactly is digital marketing? We tell them this. It's not just limited to social media, it means a lot more. Okay, what are the benefits? It gives us wider reach. You can target your specific, not every ad, unlike our Doordarshan, which Amul ad we had to see irrespective of our interest to buy Amul products, or anything for that matter. Any ad, whether we wanted them or not, we had to watch the same ads. So the days are not like that, because a lot of people have started to come online and sell, and everybody cannot see all the ads. It's impossible. So what they do is they target the advertisements to specific interest, age groups, geographic location, spending capacity, everything. And it is cost effective compared to TV ads, which keep running whether you want to buy Harpic or not. All the time they are showing that Harpic advertisement. So it doesn't work. Unlike TV, digital marketing ads, they are targeted, interactive. And digital marketing allows customers to click on links, watch videos, and they are interactive. While a TV ad, you cannot interact with them directly, but all this digital marketing techniques, they allow users to interact with it, subscribe, click, watch, or enroll. All these options are given to take immediate actions. And then there is measurable results that are generated out of this digital marketing practices. Okay. And can somebody tell me how hashtags help? What is the importance of hashtags? Hashtag startup, hashtag fashion business. You can unmute yourself and answer. I need all of your attention to go through this page, especially. A lot of things, technical terms are there here. What is meant by a hashtag? You can also unmute yourself and answer. Yeah, Miss Jyoti says to know quickly about something. And also, I'll show you something. I think my screen is visible. I will take you through my LinkedIn profile. So this is my LinkedIn profile. I will just show my latest post. Yeah. So this is my latest post. I have just
It is
written,
not visible, ma'am.
okay, I'll share it once again. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is my LinkedIn profile. Uh, I had pasted this, I had posted this recently, yesterday. So I have put hashtag lifelong learning research PhD journey. How does it serve? So if I put this hashtag, so suppose I click on this, I'll also get multiple, similar post related to it. And if somebody else clicks this, there is a possibility that they may end up getting my post as well. So always hashtags help us to reach more audience with that name. So it's very important to use hashtags. That itself will act as unpaid advertisement for all our branding visibility. So hashtag becomes very important. Yeah. And then, okay. The first one is hashtag. You need to show them how hashtag helps. A word or phrase with a symbol helps your social media post get discovered by people interested in that topic. If somebody, say for me, how it helps is the kind of hashtags I put. If somebody wants to understand what is Datamsh, all the things that are posted around hashtag Datamsh, they'll start being visible to them instead of me sending them one by one or telling them check this, check that. So it's very important to push hashtags. It's unpaid, free means to reach most people. The audience that you don't even know, it will reach them. It's a common thread. Yeah. So the next key term is click through rate. It is a keyword, CTR, it is called. So we have given an analogy here. Imagine there is some competition in your school. Okay, imagine you put up a poster in your school with a fun message. So suppose it's a fun message. Assume that there is a competition, a best out of waste or something. You put that in the notice board and 100 students see it. Whatever you have put up, 100 students see it. You know that 100 have seen. If 5 students come to you, ask when is it, what should we do, what are the materials to be carried, and if they come to inquire, then it is 5%. 5 out of 100 students who have seen come to ask for the further steps, more details. That is click through rate is 5%. Okay, that is how. Meaning, if we post something online, a video or an information message or flyer, if 1,000 people have seen, then how many people have come to actually see more details about it? Click on that button, and whether they enroll, whether they want to know more, that's all secondary, but they go next step. That is click through rate. So we have given typical click through rate to understand what is good, what is bad. So 0.5 to 1.5% is just a passing grade. I mean, it's doing good, but it can improve. 2 to 5% is like a good grade. Great. Here, out of 100 students, if 5 students approach, then you should know your advertisement is doing good. And 5% or higher is an excellent grade from 5% onwards. So click through rate, they need to know this one, how many are seeing and how many are responding. This is the formula, or this is the equation which digital marketing people use. They gauge the click through rate. Okay, so they post 3 different videos for the same event and see which one attracts more clicks, more CTR, and they try to push that further. So the formula is given here, number of clicks, a number of views into 100, that gives the percentage. Yeah. So keywords. So it's important to use the keywords which are trending and which are in the search engines. So keywords are very important in digital marketing. And search engine optimization, SEO, it is a practice of improving website structure. So if we ask for any website online, if we just say the what do I say, Western outfits clothes near me, then whichever has better search engine optimization, that will pop up first. So for example, I'll just show you. I think we all know it, but let us search. So it is suggesting these. How is it suggesting? Based on the reviews? But why are these things coming? India Mart and other things? Because of the search engine. Why are these things up? There could be many more, right, which we know. But why are these up on the top list? Because of the better search engine optimization. They have used the keywords, they have better reviews. So all this strategy will give them. So search engine optimization is very important to be listed on top when somebody searches. Yeah. So I'm assuming my screen is visible, continuing there without. So search engine optimization, that means when you write some content in the website, in the post, that that should be SEO supported. Say you will give some article and ask it to be posted on some media, social media, you will see they will have changed the content. They will not post it as it is. The owners of the pages, social media pages, they will not post it as it is because they will be searching for the right keywords which are trending. They will be using the search engine optimization techniques to improvise the keyword appearance so that the post is visible to maximum people. So that is called search engine optimization. So there are many ways keyword optimization. So if you whatever is trending, they will suggest you. Digital marketing people, they are continuously doing the market research and they will be suggesting the right keywords to be put across for maximum visibility. And improving structure, uh, create a well organized layout with clear headings. Okay, it should not be descriptive, it should not have too much of information, it should just have few words but the right words. Enhancing the visual appeal, so all this they know what kind of things work, what doesn't work. To also experiment, there is A/B testing, split testing, meaning you do, say you have college, there is inter school competition, painting competition, so you want nearby schools also to participate. You put it on your school social media page. You design two flyers, one in yellow, red, and pink, and something, the other one in black, gray, and blue. So you run both of them. You run ads for both and see which is getting more attention. Then you can continue to push the other one, whichever is doing better. You can push that one and you can stop the other one. That is called A/B testing, split testing. You for the same event, for the same business, you post multiple posts and see which one is gaining attention. Multiple creatives, different colors, different font size, different messaging, different images, and see which one is doing better. So it will measure number of clicks, number of signups or purchases. So what are the strategies for digital marketing? Influencer marketing, that is partnering with the individuals who have followers, content marketing, and email marketing, social media marketing, and analytics tools. So what if you see my Instagram on Chetna Sarang, I also make videos that mostly comes on content marketing. I'm talking about some content. I'm not influencing. I'm not talking about brands. I'm not talking about any promoting any products there. But what I'm doing is content marketing out of my experience to develop my personal brand. And then email marketing, social media platforms. Yes, all these are again. Content marketing, influencer marketing, all this comes under social media, is just a subset of that. And analytical tools are there to measure how they are performing. So examples are given, how Lenskart uses Instagram ads to promote products, all that. So it's very important. Know your target audience, set clear goals and budgets, create engaging content. So I'll talk something about the budget, paid advertisements out of my own experience. Okay. Before that, let us finish this. Paid advertisement. So not always we should go for paid. I mean, it's required to go for paid advertisements. Uh, you can also just be visible using unpaid channels. And if there is absolutely an important event where paying will help you, you can do that. Popular paid ad platforms are Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, all these, if you can promote it. So if you want to reach maximum people, I mean targeted people, it's always worth investing in paid ads. But again, how much you are ready to invest, it matters. It matters. There is something called customer acquisition cost, CAC in business terms, even in digital media. That means how much is the cost to capture one customer. For example, I started my online AI training courses, much before COVID in 2000, late 18 or 19, early 2019. And we had only physical classes. When we started going online, uh, Byju's, and there were many players who were selling their courses online, and they were able to get a lot of customers. And their one course of Byju's, it was around, I mean, White Hat. I worked for White Hat Junior for some time during lockdown, teaching AI to senior students there. So their minimum uh, course fee was around 1,20,000. Okay, so they were running ads. But what I did in physical classes in my place was the entire course just costed 20,000. Okay, but how much is the CAC, customer acquisition cost, to acquire one customer online? Irrespective of me being white hat or me being a freelance trainer, the CAC will remain the same because that's what is trending there. The value of more the demand, higher the CAC. So it is like that. Meaning to acquire one customer, it would cost me before 2021, in the onset of COVID, it was less. To get one customer, it was around 3,000. I had to spend, if I spend 5,000 on ads, I would get one customer. So three, after I finish 3,000 rupees of the ad. So that means my customer acquisition cost is 3,000. So I get one customer after spending 3,000. And what is my course fee? 20,000. So how much am I benefited? 17,000 is my benefit, is my profit. That was the case in early 2020. But as 2020 proceeded, in 2021, everybody started learning online. COVID was still there, and there was a lot of demand there, and many people started selling, and people started the customer acquisition shot up multiple times. You know, from 3,000 in acquiring one customer online, it jumped to 40,000. So I entered digital marketing then, promoting the Tamsh online trainings. So imagine I'm spending 40,000 to get one customer of for a course which is priced at 20,000. It was not at all useful for me. So digital marketing at that point did not help me. But whereas it continued to help White Hat Junior because they were still able to afford that because their courses were 1,20,000. Even if the customer acquisition cost shot up to 40,000 in acquiring one student, they were still able to run the ads because it was affordable for them. For me, it was not. So I spent some 10,000. I didn't get a single customer, and it was difficult for me to burn my pocket so much every month because there's nobody coming there for 10,000. And after 40,000, spending 40,000, I would get one customer who would pay me 20,000, which was not helpful. So always we should understand the customer acquisition cost for that particular ad business type of business in the current trends. Only then digital marketing will be of any use. We cannot simply start giving paid ads because we think that will work and give us audience, give us participants. So this is the lesson which I learned. Customer acquisition cost at that point of time for a specific business is very important to be understood before we commit to paid ads. Yeah. So business model, create the ad, choose the audience, set the budget. Within that budget, I have to get, if not that. I had set a budget of 10,000. I ran the ads for 4 months. I got nobody because the customer acquisition cost was 40,000. And with the one person whom I got, it was still a lossful business because the course fee itself is 20,000. I have already spent 40,000 for digital ads. So we should always understand this gap and do. And how do the people make money? One is pay per click, the digital marketing companies. They take payment per click. If they click, you pay me so much. And the next, if not pay per click, it is view. You can just pay me for cost per mile. meaning if 1,000 views, then give me so much money. If you get 3,000 views, give me so much money. So digital marketing people will always price it on anyways. If you just want more visibility, then pay for cost per mile. If you want somebody to click, and you will take care further pushing them to buy the products or buy the service, then you can go for pay per click. And actions, cost per action, meaning somebody subscribes to your, say you're selling a course online, somebody will buy it, only then you will pay for the digital marketing. You will not pay for the views, you will not pay for the click. You will pay the digital marketing company people only when they subscribe. And again, it is smartly priced. Don't assume that there is some benefit, some leeway for us to simply get away, because pay per click will be very less and cost per action will be very high. It will all sum up to the same thing. So depending on your expectation, you can choose whether you want pay per click, cost per mile, or cost per action. Trust me, everything is equally expensive. It only shows how much you can afford and when you can stop and what you can do. Say, for example, if pay per click, they are charging 1 rupee. If for 100 views, they are charging 1 rupee, then for per action, they will be costing 1,000 rupees. So it becomes higher there. So it's all different. You can choose, but any day digital marketing people will be benefited. There will be some cost line which will excite them. Otherwise, why would they even do this business, digital marketing? So there are some interesting activities given. Students can do it, or one Saturday you can also organize an event in your school and make this a grand event of digital marketing practices. So that is it about digital marketing. I think a lot of things are clear. I'm assuming a lot of things got cleared about the technical aspects of digital marketing. Yeah. So that is it for today. I think we spent enough time discussing in depth all the three topics. Thank you so much for your patient listening. We will all again catch up next month for next set of topics, which our team will share on the WhatsApp group. And we will share the participation certificates and also best performing certificates in the following week. Thank you so much. Have a great uh, academic month further. Enjoy, and each day try to become a teacher whom students will look up to. Students would love to have you in the classroom, and attempt to transform to be a great personality every day, which will naturally improvise your teachings. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Jyoti. Your words mean a lot. So see you all next month for next set of topics. Wishing you all the best.